Hi students, this is Mrs. Dixon again. I'm going to give you a little education on My Plate nutrition today. We're going to learn about how to eat healthfully according to My Plate and what foods are in each food group and how to use My Plate to build a healthy meal. A healthy diet can help manage your weight and reduce the risk of overweight and obesity. A healthy eating pattern is important to establish as a daily habit now because the earlier in life you begin to make healthier food choices, the lower your risk for being overweight or obese or having adult chronic diseases. Overweight and obesity can cause increased risk for chronic diseases such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. And you all know Miss Dixon's chubby. Well, guess what? I do have high blood pressure, and that is my fault for being overweight. We're going to use a tool today called the My Plate tool. This reminds us how to eat healthfully. This is My Plate. It shows you the 5 food groups and how they can be arranged on your plate to plan and build a healthy meal. My Plate can help you visualize what foods you need and how much to eat at each meal. Notice the grains section. Grains make up a quarter of your whole amount. When you eat your grains, at least half of your grains should be what we call whole grains. We'll get into that with some of the other lessons. Your fruits and vegetables make up half of your entire plate. That means half of all the food you eat every day should be fruits and vegetables. Now, vegetables are a little bit higher than fruits because fruits have a lot of sugar and you want to watch the amount of sugar that you have. The dairy is a little small spot on the side because they're thinking about like a glass of milk. The recommendations is that you switch to 1% milk instead of whole milk. A lot of adult humans don't really digest the whole milk very well anyway. Once you get older, we kind of outgrow milk as an animal, so it's just better for you to drink it more watered down. Your protein is a small section of your plate. Protein includes things like meat, like chicken and lamb and pork, but it also includes beans, okay? So protein is a very small amount of your plate. You need the protein to build muscle, but you don't need a ton of it. So here's some tips to find your healthy eating style. Always eat a variety of foods to get the nutrients and calories you need. Choose foods and beverages from all the food groups. Make half of your plate fruits and vegetables, and make at least half of your grains whole grains. Switch to fat-free or low-fat, 1% milk or yogurt, and vary your protein foods. You also want to cut back on foods that are high in solid fats and added sugars. We call those SOFAs, S-O-F-A-S, solid fats and added sugars. And you also want to watch your salt. Added sugars and fats load foods up with extra calories that you don't need, and too much sodium can increase your blood pressure. Look at me again. Use these foods as occasional treats, not everyday foods. Compare sodium in foods like soup, bread, frozen meals, and choose the foods with the lower numbers. And try to drink water or unsweet tea instead of sugary drinks. Everything you eat and drink matters, and that's the whole point of this week's lesson.